has achieved amazingly at this young age. 2019 winner of Miss Teen Diamond Australia, 2020 Inspiring South Australian Women Emerging Leader, and 2021 Top 30 Australian Supermodel of the Year. We have Arundhati Banerjee, who is the resident of Adelaide, Australia. She is the first South Australian Indian teen to win the coveted title, even though she is a high school student and has achieved several accolades at such a young age of 16. As part of her pageantry story and journey, she has raised Australian dollars 3,852 towards her charity organization, Emotion 21, which supports young adults and children with Down syndrome. A star in the making, be it in her journey with performing arts, humanitarian service, and the most recent selection among 30 contestants in Australian Supermodel 2021. Arundhati has also won several dance competitions for Australia, and one of the judges was so mesmerized by her captivating dance performance that she gave her the title of Pure Artistry. Welcome, Arundhati, to the show.
Thank you so much for that introduction. That was very, very sweet.
First of all, heartiest congratulations for such an amazing achievements at young age. My first question definitely goes to you. How you have done this? What motivated you to enter all these pageants? Please share some insights about different experiences.
How did this all happen? I think all of this it was not a planned out thing for me. I never planned things to happen the way it did happen. It was so coincidental, or I'd just say luck was really in my hand that time. Also my mother, she's very, very aggressive in the approach of where I should be, what should I be doing, and the way my path has to go. And the way I came about modeling, I never ever thought I'd be a model or do anything around the modeling sphere, because as a child I never saw that as a thing that could ever happen to me, or like it never really occurred in my brain, or like that it would happen. So when I was 13, my mother put me in a modeling course in Adelaide over here, and I just did it because, you know, like there's a new activity, it's fun, you get to like do something over the weekend, and that's how I approached it. Okay. And then the mentors in there they really liked me, and they were like, you should see something in this field, like you should see that how it will go. And I really just took that as advice, being like, okay, it could be some future perspective, I'm only 13, we'll see where it goes. I never really planned for anything to happen, because I just did the course. I did like few things here and there, but never really took it seriously, because I was just a young teenager, never really took anything seriously, because it was just like, it'll happen in the future, we'll see what will happen. And then suddenly Miss Diamond came into my door, my mother, of course, because I don't know, she found it somewhere, and then she like spoke about it with me. And what really got me going to that pageant was because it was not about just the way you look or just the way you present yourself, but it's also about the charity work. And that's what really got me into doing it, because I was really into like, if I have to do something, it has to have some kind of purpose. It has to have some kind of meaning, or it has to have something of a bigger purpose for me to be part of it, because I just don't want to do it for me. It has to be for like the whole community. And from there, I embarked on my journey with Miss Diamond Australia. And that the following year, after 1 year of, you know, going through the whole process, I won. I was very lucky to win. Amazing. I literally went in there being like, this is a new experience. I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to learn new things. I'm going to meet new people, learn things from them, and, you know, gain some friendships through that. And that's how I looked at it. And they were really happy with my performances and my way I did things. And they declared me the winner of that year. And from there, my actual journey began of embarking on this really aggressive journey of figuring out what I want to do in the modeling, acting, or dancing sphere. And that's when I started like going and doing things, because I was like, now I have a voice, how do I use it? And with that voice, I started going to a bunch of charity houses in Australia, or specifically Adelaide, because it's more easier for me to go to. So I started working with Cancer Council, Canteen, Art with a Heart for Kids, sustainable companies like Eco Caddy, and also Nora Liu is a slow fashion brand in Adelaide. So
Wow.
for me, it was really important to promote local
Mm-hmm.
businesses and local charity houses, and because to get more recognition for the local charity houses and businesses was really important for me, because small businesses, uh, especially in 2020, needed
Mm-hmm.
a push since of the pandemic and everything. So
Very
it was
true.
for me to like really work for them, and I got to work on courses that I never thought I really enjoyed, and I really like didn't know that I really was passionate about. And with that, I also realized that I'm very, very passionate about women, in the sense of way they're represented, the way we are showcased in the society, and the way we need to fight for some of our rights even now, which is quite saddening for me, because we live in the 21st century and we still need
Very
to fight
true.
for that should just become a normal thing, like equal pay and not being safe and stuff like that, like needs to be changed, because we live in a modern world. We need to progress into that world as well. We can't just still have regressive thinking, and that was really important for me to showcase that in my journey as well. And with all of that, I'm also an artist. I love to dance. It is my first passion, and that's what really brought me into everything that I'm doing, because I started learning dancing when I was very young in India, because I was born in India before I moved here. And I learned from Padma Shri Shobna Chandrasekhar.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Very
very, very
nice.
lucky and humble and grateful to learn under her and be able to say that she is my guru. And I started with that, and then eventually when I came here, I was like, I want to learn different Indian classical forms. I want to
Mm-hmm.
learn uh, other than Bharatanatyam, I want to learn other things. And so I started learning Odissi and Kathak. And I didn't want to limit myself just to Indian dance forms. I wanted to like really learn all the dances out there, because for me, everything was just like, if I have an opportunity to learn, I want to take it. So I started learning all the Western genre forms like ballet, contemporary, hip hop, everything of that. So I started learning here. And then I thought, why not just, for the audiences out here to make Indian classical forms more easier to understand, why not I add a little bit of contemporary or Western influence, so it becomes a bit more digestible for the audience to understand what Indian culture is about,
Mm-hmm.
and we use the both dances together. So I started doing that, and that's how I started going into competitions and going into festivals here and performing a dance form that I kind of fused together and created, and really represented my culture, both my cultures at the moment, because I'm from India and I'm also from Australia, and I
Very
wanted
true.
to showcase both countries that I belong to and really bring that out and show that not only to Australia or India but also globally. And that's how I entered the World Olympic Championships for Performing Arts, and I was
Hmm.
very lucky again to win the silver medal. Like, it's all just shocking and surprising when these things happen to me, because I still can't believe that I'm getting this much of recognition for something that I just simply created in my bedroom and had fun doing it. And being able to like get that kind of recognition at this young age is quite humbling and I'm very grateful. So that's all I can say about how this very chaotic
Wow.
journey started.
Amazing. We're having a bundle of energy, bundle of ideas, creativity, talent. Hats off to your mother who really took a note of your creativity and gave you that platform, and you have started your amazing journey. I think we would love to know what makes you unique.
Um, I don't believe I'm the only unique or person out there. I think everyone is unique in their own way, because we all have different stories to say, because none of us are similar or same in any way, because
Very true.
we all have we all have our differences and we all have different stories to say. It's just my story is just different from another person. That's what makes me unique, I believe, and that's what makes me different. Maybe being a person of color in Australia is unique, because I get to showcase my culture for the whole
Yeah,
world to see, and
very
I'm
true.
able to show my traditions, my roots, and everything, and that makes me unique. I think me representing my people and me being a representation of my people is very important for me. And I think that's what makes me unique.
Very well said, I must say. So, what personal achievement are you the proudest of, which you can share details? You have achieved so much till now. So, what's the proudest achievement for you?
The proudest achievement for me, I believe it would be being a young girl, first of
Mhm,
all, and being a person of color, a woman of color,
mhm,
makes it very important for me because I never, growing up, I never saw people like me who looked like me anywhere, either in any field, actually, in business or in politics or in on screen, because I'm very interested in the performing arts and the creative arts. I never got to see someone who looked like me on screen or played the main role or the main character. Like, I never got to see that. And me able to do that and showcase that, to show that to young girls, aspiring girls who want to do that, being like, there are people out there who look like me and who are me, that are out there and who actually do what they want to do, and being able to like show them that there is representation is very important to me.
very
And I
true.
think that is what I'm very proud of, because I'm able to really trailblaze that for a bunch of young
Mhm,
girls who are people of color, and that's what really is important to me. But other than that, being, not just also being a performing artist and just being titled as person of arts, but also being as a humanitarian and also being a leader is very important to me. Being like, girls are capable of
yes.
being in leadership positions, and they are well far advanced than most men to take those challenges, and they're very, very good at what they're doing. And being able to be showcased for that in South Australia, being the South Australian Women of Emerging Leader, is made me feel really proud that day, not just for me but for all girls out there, knowing that you like showing that we are capable for what we are doing. Like, it's not something that's out of the blue, and being getting that recognition as a woman is very important. So I think that was one of my favorite and very proud achievements.
Amazing. I must say, getting a platform to voice your thoughts, to showcase your talent, and having the confidence to speak to the world that yes, you are there and you are having the talent, it requires guts. So at this young age, you have put efforts and you are nurturing your talent, and you are aware that we as women can be leaders and we deserve more. That's really
Mm,
awakening, and you are setting an example in front of other girls at a young age that it's a big word and there's so much to achieve in life. How do you
yes.
define success?
I find success quite arbitrary. Like, it's not like it's different for everyone. It doesn't look the same. For me, success is not a traditional way of I the way people look at success. For me, if one girl, gets educated, that's success for me. If a girl gets to voice her opinion and breaks out of her shell, that's success for me. Being able to support and empower my fellow sisters out there, that is success for me, because I believe that if I can't stand alone in this fight, like, I need all the women and girls in the world to stand together to really get what we want and do what we're doing, because I believe if we're together, nothing is stoppable. Like, we're unstoppable as a force. As women, we are unstoppable. And being able to do that is success for me. That's why I chose to
Phenomenal.
that's why I chose to join the Australian Supermodel of the Year, not because they're just teaching me how to be a model or how to look
Mhm.
pretty, but they're really looking at the inner beauty of women and girls, and they're really not pitting us against each other as a competition, but really empowering us to be together as a sisterhood. Their motto is to be a sisterhood, and that's what really got me going to go into that a pageantry or into that little adventure, because it really showcased being like, but all of us are going to together be in this competition, not against each other. And I never
Yes.
seen that kind of competition mentality ever. I've always seen that, okay, we're going up against each other, and now let's break away from each other and not to get to know each other, and we never have that good bond because of that. But here I am so good friends with all the people who
Contestants.
are competing, all the contestants. Everyone is amazing, and we're like sisters, and we have this beautiful sisterhood that we have created, and we're so supportive of each other. It's no more competition, but this beautiful bond that we have, and we are able to help our communities in different ways as a sisterhood. That's what makes me feel is successful, that we as women are,
Yes.
choosing together in
I
certain
loved
things.
your answer. So powerful, because definitely today is the time when it is the time we should be collecting together and work together to achieve big causes. So yes, I love your thought process. Some rapid fire. Let's have some fun. I would love to know what's your secret indulgence.
My secret indulgence, I think food. But I'm a big foodie. I will eat
Oh, you don't
a.
look like.
I love food. I cannot live
What's your
without it. And
favorite?
oh, my favorite is any Asian cuisine. I would eat
Okay,
it. Or otherwise, it's ice cream. I can have tubs and tubs of ice cream without
awesome.
without any problems. But not very good for you. But I love ice cream.
And what makes you blush?
Um, I wouldn't say it's in a very nice, like it's not in a romantic way or anything like that, but I think in a very awkward and funny way, I blush a lot when people give me compliments. I'm very,
Okay.
I'm very bad with compliments and attention because whenever I get any sort of attention, I have no idea what to say back. I become so awkward and I become very weird, and that's what makes me blush a lot.
I think you're getting used to of this because it has started and you are taking time to accept it.
You would think that I would finally get used to these kind of things, but I'm still not used to it. After like so many years, I'm still struggling, being like, oh, they're saying something nice about me, and I don't know what to say now, other than I will very awkwardly say thank you, and I'm like, I want to run away because I don't know what to do because I'm quite introverted as a person. So those kind of things make me very weird.
And what's the biggest fear you're having in life?
I don't have any worldly fears or any kind of fear of any sort because I believe if you have like any kind of fear, it doesn't drive you to do anything. Like you're stagnant with fear. So I believe to like eliminate all the fears I have so I can really, strive to do what I want to do.
To know that. My last question. I will love to know what's your vision now and any message you want to give to the girls of your age.
My vision now, well, other than, going and doing Australian Supermodel of the Year, this is my first year in university and being able to finish my degree and all of that, my future goals would be I've always wanted to, it was one of my dreams when I was 13, to create this non-profit organization for artists.
Mm,
Um, like all artists around the world. I especially want to target for people in India, like who live in rural communities and stuff, who don't get that kind of education in art that urban cities get. And I
awesome.
want to I want to do that for people out there because I see there's so much talent and it gets wasted because of not good nurturing
Getting that
or
platform, yeah,
not
exposure.
getting not getting
So
that
true.
education. And I want to create a place for them to come free of cost, as much as that is sounds like a very huge dream. I want to try doing that so that they can get education in the arts and also a normal school education so they can pursue the arts. And I want to be able to get mentors all around the world, from Australia, from America, from the UK and India, because we have so much talented mentors in the world and in India that I want to like be able for them to get that kind of exposure and be able to learn under them. So I want to try doing that. That is one of my
Awesome.
dreams.
That's really inspiring.
Hopefully, when I become a little bit older from now, I get to do what I've been always wanting to do.
Awesome.
Um, my message for girls, I believe like if you have a dream and you're skeptical that it will work, don't think like that because you never know. You never know. Because I never thought of doing modeling. I never thought of being in front of screens and doing interviews and doing all of these glamorous things. I never thought of doing it. I never thought it would ever happen to me. It never really occurred. But if you put your mind to it, it does happen. And if you have a really good support system, everything is possible if you just put your mind to it and you can do it. And it doesn't matter if you're a girl because you're more than capable.
Awesome message, I must say. At young age, you are having so much enlightenment, and I wish you all the best, Arundhati. Have a bright future, have success in all your ventures, and all the best to you. Thank you so much for giving your time to Women Lines. It was such a pleasure
Thank
to
you
have
so
you.
much for having me. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for having me. It was a wonderful
Thank
time.
you. Take care. Bye bye.